years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself, got nothing weighing.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. They'll look to throw here.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
17. 10.
On play action, Lance. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Jefferson. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch. A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Rondale Moore, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, after fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. Touchdown, Vikings. Rondell Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. his offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive.
And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Montgomery, another target and catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he coughed it up. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
They're going to look to throw.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they can come out real sharp in the second half.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Lance's throw here into the hands of Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that. Only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Having only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw, it's Lance. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Lance looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
2nd and 3. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Lance going to throw.
It's caught on the run. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
He's got room at the 30.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic.
Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete there to Moore. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. Here's Lance. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And Lance's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook from 17 yards out. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Jones hit, and the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Rondale Moore saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, sprinting, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is
he puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now Lance.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. parent, let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking left sideline, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Here we go on fourth down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet.